Hi, I'm Mary Kopczynski, the CEO of Regalytics. Welcome to this week's regulatory roundup, where I share the most interesting of the 3,569 regulatory alerts from last week. And yes, I will do it with this amazing hoarse voice, which is thankfully not COVID. The regulator of the week is the SEC. This week, they proposed changes to Form PF. What is Form PF, you ask? Well, it's a form hedge funds have to fill out to give the regulators information about their financial performance so the regulators can monitor for safety and soundness of the financial system. This rule happened because of the financial crisis, and the regulators wanted to know what was going on with these private funds as they make up almost half of the world's global wealth. This new rule will make it so hedge funds over 1.5 billion will now have to fill out the form. Now, previously or currently, it's 2 billion. So this means a lot more hedge funds will have to fill out the form. And as you can imagine, some people love it and some people hate it. Those who hate it think that the regulators really haven't justified their need for it in the first place or even showed how they've used the previous data, and now they're asking for more. But on the other side, those who like it point to the fact that the industry has grown to $11.7 trillion, which is more than double what it was 7 years ago. Also this week, the SEC charged the CEO of a company called Hedge with a fraudulent scheme to pump the valuation of the company over $1 billion by inflating key financial metrics and doctoring internal sales records, like actually making fake invoices and everything. Should we call it Theranos 2? The lucky duck is not paying a fine, but the company's adjusted correct valuation is now $300 million, and I'll bet his head is spinning now. The topic of the week is regulators helping you help yourself. LIBOR is ending for those of you who have been living under a rock. Also, for those contracts that have yet to be remediated, Nebraska, Washington, and Florida put out acts that will save you with fallback language in case you're not prepared. Also, California has a really intense privacy law called the CCPA, for those of you who have been living under a rock. The California Attorney General announced an investigative sweep for businesses operating loyalty programs without disclosing financial incentives. So don't be an idiot. If you are offering financial incentives such as discounts, free items, or other rewards in exchange for personal information on your customers, you must provide the customers with a notice of financial incentive. Also, you're not supposed to tamper with online reviews of your company, for those of you who have been living under a rock. The FTC this week busted online fashion retailer Fashion Nova for doing just that. They suppressed customer reviews of its products and are now required to pay a fine of $4.2 million. In Compliance Corner, the SEC officially approved FINRA's change to Rule 2165, which covers the financial exploitation of specified adults, but generally just vulnerable investors. For those of you who are following crypto, New Hampshire is the latest state to propose a new rule defining the security and property interests in digital assets. For those of you interested in climate, California's governor outlined a $10 billion zero-emission vehicle package that would shift the automotive industry entirely to all electric by 2035. That's it this week for Regalytics. We have the most comprehensive, coherent, and customizable regulatory alerts tool in the world. Come and see how company after company is transforming their compliance with this kind of transparency. See you next Wednesday, and hopefully by then, my voice will be normal again.